Construct Nunchucks, Ryan Noble Nostalgia. Today's edition is called Clear Throat. No. Today's edition is called First Goal, and this one's basically about when I was a little kid, my first goal playing hockey. Our site recently has had a lot of stuff of Paul's young boy, and hockey stuff, and it's really made me think about when I was a child. So I guess unlike most kids in Canada who are into polo, lacrosse, as you know, hockey is not as popular here as it is in America. I, however, was always into it. As mentioned, I've always been a Pens fan. And so, yeah, I got into hockey when I was about 6. The first season, I was awful, and I didn't score any goals. My parents told me tales of just basically the way it would work out was they'd see a bunch of kids skating, and then I'd be kind of trailing behind them, and then more, then you'd see me coming and trying to catch up. But my second season, after taking different skating classes and stuff like that, I came into my own, and I was much better. I started to understand positioning as much as a 6-7-year-old could. And it was probably about 10 games into the season that I actually scored my first goal, and this was possibly one of the most exciting moments in my life. I mean, I don't know if you guys have had moments similar to this where it kind of feels like you're in slow motion. I remember I was playing for a team in Oshawa called North Oshawa, the Blue North Oshawa, because there was 2. And the way it worked out was the puck was at the point. My buddy, a good friend of mine, Keith Bowman, he shot the puck in. And I remember, for whatever reason, it was like I said, it was like slow motion. The puck slowly came to me, and I remember I just put my stick forward, and the puck lifted a little bit. Goalie had no chance. I was a mutant. And the puck went in, and I remember, like, it took me like a few seconds to even process. My brain didn't even realize that I had scored. And my one friend, Sean, who's actually been on the site, he put his hands up, and it wasn't until the people around me had acknowledged that there was a goal scored that I even realized that the puck had gone in the net. To this day, this is probably still one of my most favorite memories growing up. I played hockey obviously for years. Following this, up until probably the last few years where I still play, but not as much as I used to. But by far, possibly one of my favorite moments in my life. Fantastic. Now on that note, obviously there's no lesson here. So instead of having a lesson, I would like to remind everybody that we at ConstructNunchucks.com still want your nostalgia. Do you have a funny story, something you can share, something that you want to tell people, something you want to get off your chest, something that, just anything. We don't care what it is, as long as it's not incriminating to anybody, and that's something that we might have to defend in court. Share your nostalgia, send it to the Twitter account, at ConstructNunchucks. You can send it to our email address, which is constructnunchucks@gmail.com, or you can send it to my personal Twitter account, which is @RyanNoble66. We look forward to hearing your nostalgia, and thank you for listening to mine.